Florida, Utah.
Did we say, Gary, you said UK? People from Europe are on this call. That's how you know it's serious.
And what time is it there? It's like 3 in the morning. They're serious.
That's serious. That's like 3 a.m. over there. All right, shout out Europe. Shout out Trinidad, Montreal, Canada in the house, Fort Lauderdale, Oklahoma City. Uh-oh. We're about to hit 300 people. It's serious now. It's so serious. Woo! All right. Let's get the party started. Let's get it really, really, really started in here. Let me get rid of all the distractions. Guys, as we get this thing kicked off tonight, make sure that unless you're on your phone watching this live stream, that you put away your phone. Okay, watch this. There's a beautiful thing called My Phone's in the Other Room charging for the same reason. I don't want to hear any dings on my side. You guys shouldn't want to hear any dings on your side. Tonight, while we're on this call, don't look at MetaTrader 4. While we're on this call, don't look at your back office. Don't look at Facebook. Don't look at Game of Thrones. Don't look at your favorite soap operas. We don't care about Sunday Night Baseball. Tonight, for the next 45 minutes to an hour, unless Garrett and I get extremely carried away, and I will be watching Game of Thrones tonight, but after that, because Game of Thrones is mild personal development depending on who you talk to. So, look, Garrett and I are extremely, extremely excited to be here tonight. I got to tell you guys, you know, we came up with this idea. We were brainstorming, masterminding about 10 days ago. And we're like, look, we got to get on a seven-figure mentorship together, because unbeknownst to, you know, a lot of people on this call, I believe by record that Garrett is actually the longest tenured active IBO in all of IML. Okay, so out of everybody in all of iMarkets Live, Garrett is the longest tenured active IBO. Okay, and then here's the other thing. I believe that I may be the second longest active tenured independent business owner in iMarkets Live. And so does that make us special? Absolutely not. But it makes it unique that we're going to be on this call tonight sharing with you our personal journeys. Okay, we're going to be sharing with you what the foreign exchange market has been able to provide. But most importantly, guys, we're going to talk about mindset, because, you know, Garrett and I, like I said, we spoke last week and we really talked about, listen, we've been through some adversity. We've been through some ups, through personal life. We've been through some road bumps. And I believe that, you know, we're not alone. I believe that if you got on this call tonight, there was something that got you fired up to be here at 10 p.m. on a Sunday night. I believe that there is something that got you fired up to say yes to opportunity. Okay, I believe that there is something that is pushing you, right? That's greater than your failures. That's greater than your obstacles. That's greater than any objection. I believe that all of us are about the same when it comes to perseverance, mindset, but we want to be able to help elevate you guys, okay? We want to be able to help bring you to a higher level as we get ready to get into the new week, an exciting week. We're coming up on the last week of July, and we're getting ready for the company's biggest event in Houston, Texas on September 2nd and September 1st. The first ever IML Forex Academy. And I think Garrett can also say this. I'm going to bring Garrett up right now. But I think, Garrett, you'll agree that in all the history of almost 2 years for me in IML, I know it's over 2 years for you in iMarkets Live, one company, no distractions, all in. You've never seen, you know, a better IML. Would you agree?
No, definitely. Everything has improved as far as from the time that I got started to now. Everything is improved as far as the service, the leadership, the compensation plan. So you definitely have a great opportunity here that's fully furnished. I like to say, if IML is your home, it's fully furnished now. You have no worries from the product side to the building side. So you're absolutely right, Jason.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, I always tell people when we do the hotel meetings, I'm like, look, you guys, you see all this, right? 195 with some add-ons. I'm like, let me tell you something. When I started in IML, we were fired up and we had the scanner. We had some videos in the back office that were cute, and then we had a couple live sessions, right? So what we have now with TV and swipe trades, and some people, they're like, man, I need more. Can I have some more? I'm like, you guys don't know that, you know, what's going on with the products. So for those of you guys who don't know who I am, I'm going to briefly introduce myself. Then Garrett, why don't you start off? Introduce yourself, tell your story, why IML, and let's share a little bit of the vision quick, but both of us will share our story and our vision for the people out here who don't know who we are, 3 to 4 minutes, and then let's get down to some training, bro. Let's drop some.
Got you. Well, a little bit about me. First of all, I want to say congratulations to the around 400 people on the line, because you care about your success. You care about your future. So we definitely want to salute everybody on the line. Jason, I want to salute you. You've definitely been doing a phenomenal job. One of the best leaders that I know, and everybody should be proud to have Jason in the front leading this show. But as far as my story, I got started in network marketing a little at the end of 2012. And it was pretty much an accident. When I first seen this vision, I first seen this profession, I thought it was fake. I thought it was unrealistic. I heard about all the success stories, but I was coming from a world where that wasn't possible. We didn't believe that we believed that if it sounded too true, then it most likely was too true to be, too good to be true. Right. So when I first got introduced into this profession, I was like more in a situation where I was down. I pretty much lost everything. Business wasn't going good. I tried real estate out. I didn't have enough money to do that. And then I accidentally ran into the network marketing profession. And when I first seen it, I remember like it was yesterday. I was sitting at my computer desk, scrolling just through social media, looking for a way to make money, do things different, because I was at a point where I knew I had to make a change. I had a daughter, she was 2, and I knew I had to make a change for a better life in the future. And so when I ran into network marketing, I said, you know what, I'm gonna go all out. It doesn't matter what I have to do. I will become a success story in this profession, because I see other people who look like me, same age as me, they're doing it. Why I can't do it? So long story short, 2012, I got started in the profession, started my first business. For the first 4 or 5 months, I struggled so bad. And I remember every day I used to sit at my computer and just bang my head on my computer desk, bang my head on my computer screen and say, why is this not working for me? I'm literally doing every single thing that I should be doing, and it's not working for me. And it got to the point where I started to study. Now, this is big. I started to study this profession. After 6 months of struggling, I started to study the profession. I would literally go out and find different leaders in different companies. I would invest money with them first to get their training. And that was my whole goal. I was like, I need to get as many 6 figures and 7-figure earners training in my possession as possible, so I can not only implement it into my business, but I can go and reteach it. And that makes me now the leader. And when I got this method and I realized the person in front of the chalkboard, the person in front of the whiteboard, the person that's doing these webinars makes the most money, when I realized that situation, my whole business had changed. The whole way I looked at business and the way I looked at this profession changed. It went from looking at people as to me not caring about the signups or the commissions no more. See, if you care about the commissions and signups day by day, it'll drive you crazy. And I learned that. I had to really pour into people and build new leaders. So from 2012 to 2014, that's really what I did. I started to build a name in this industry, build a following in this industry, because I was always the guy who would go out and help you, regardless if you were on my team or not. And I was the guy who would spend money with a leader first before I asked them anything. And that helped me build a lot of relationships. So as years went by, I had success in multiple companies. I built multiple teams and tens of thousands, hit multiple ranks that were 6-figure positions. But in business, you have to go through some hardships, or else you will never be allowed to be on a 7-figure mentorship call if you never went through trials and tribulations yourself. Because how are you going to mentor somebody past the struggle if you never did it or got past it yourself? So every time, I will be in this business, I'll be growing, certain companies, and it's just business. I never took it emotional or anything like that. It's just business, guys. This is a business. You have to look at it as a business, and certain companies go through certain situations. So I will build these big organizations, build these big teams, hit these huge ranks, and and things will kind of just crumble down. And long story short, 1 year where I hit my first six-figure position. I remember, things kind of crumbled down. I remember I said I will never allow this to happen to me or my people and my peers again. And that's what tapped me into the Forex market. So once I got into Forex, I said, wow, if anybody connects this industry with this industry, it'll be powerful. Meaning Forex mixed with network marketing, it will change the game. And 2 years later, guys, we have IML popped up. When I met Christopher Terry. I remember the first time I met Chris, he was something I've never seen before, as far as, somebody really caring for the people. And, I heard about how much he was worth, how much money he made trading. I told him right there, hey, Chris, I don't care how much you're worth. I don't care how much you made. Let's prove that our services work first, and we will take this company and dominate the whole industry. Long story short, we've been here 2 years, and we started with the product. That's the thing I love about IML. When we got here, when me, Jason, we got here, there was no chairmen at all. There was no chairmen. I don't even think it was a Platinum 600. And it was $500 to get started, and you couldn't place anybody. It was a total mess. Literally, but we still seen the vision of where this thing can grow and where this thing can go, and it's absolutely amazing just to see all the people winning. So that's a little story about myself, Jason. I want to pass it back to you. I know I went over the little 5-minute mark.
No. I sat down and I started taking notes because, look, actually, as you're talking, I'm gonna sit down and take notes, and as I'm talking, I got to get up and move because now I'm getting fired up. Right. For those of you guys who don't know, honestly, I'm going to be real. No, I don't think anybody on this call would be here today. I think it'd be safe to say that less than 2% of the people in the company would have found the company had it not been for Garrett, the group that he started with, for their courage and for their vision, because they started and it led to, the person who led to 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 my sponsor, me and Matt, Rosa's sponsor, who led to us seeing the vision and going through and Garrett, myself, Matt, we really decided to lock arms I guess we got introduced to each other about 1.5 years. So about 6 months in, we didn't even know who each other were. And from that moment forward, we actually met in Las Vegas and we made the decision to work together and lock arms. And so honestly, I don't know without Garrett's vision if we would be here right now. So I'm always excited to be on a call. And I want to emphasize before I go over my stuff, a few things that Garrett said that are extremely important for those of you out there who are new to the business. Maybe you've been in network marketing, direct sales before. Maybe you're brand new to trading. There's a few things that are super, super powerful that I took. Number one, you have to do endless training. No matter what level you're at, no matter what level of success you're at, you always must remain coachable. So number one thing that I've learned, yes, me and my business partner are some of the top earners in the company, but at all times, I'm taking notes. I'm a student. I'm always ready to learn from people who have the things that I want. Okay, and so you guys have heard this over and over and over again. There's a reason why people are saying these things. It's programming the coachability index into your subconscious. Okay, so number one, Garrett said, I just was looking for every single coaching program, 6-figure earners, 7-figure earners. Those are the things that he wanted. And so when you have that want, that desire for success, you go out and you attack it. Okay. Right. Number two, he said, you got to stop caring. It's funny. I just spoke to somebody about this today. You got to stop caring about the signups. You got to stop caring about your fast start bonuses. You're not doing this business for commissions. For direct sales commissions. Trust me when I tell you, sometimes the 35, 10s, and 5s could be dangerous for a business. This is a people business. When you partner with IML, you're basically getting the rights to share the company's products, okay? So you're basically getting the rights to share the company's products with other people, which means that by the company, you do things with the right integrity, but basically you're going out as a rep for the company. I mean, imagine somebody came and sold you, your cable, but they never set it up. They just drop it and say, hey, good luck. You got to fix the cable, drill a hole in the walls. So this is what happens if you are to bring somebody into IML because you only care about the bonus. You have to care about them. You have to make sure that they are plugged into the tools, make sure they're plugged into the fast start training. And a huge shout out to Brandon Boyd. He makes our life way easier by going out of his way to make IMLFastStart.com along with our designer, Hua Bui, okay? And also IMLTrain.com. So the tools are there for you, but make sure that you stop caring about just the commissions, care about the people, okay?
Absolutely.
Garrett, you also said the one holding the marker or the one on these calls are the ones making the money. When I first got in the industry, I don't know about you, Garrett, but I had such a desire to get in front of the room. I had such a desire to be the one presenting, and I would get excited presenting in front of 3, 4, 5 people. It didn't matter because I knew that if I was confident enough, right, to get on a call or to get in front of a group of people, that my skill is going to grow now because I'm not scared of anything. You know, at first I spoke in front of 100 people. Wow. Then I spoke in front of 500 people. Wow. Okay, but I've done it already. 250 is easy when you already spoke in front of 5. Then you speak in front of 1,000. Then 500's no-brainer. So you start to attract these things. And for those of you guys who see leaders, shout out to Gary McSween, my brother from Trinidad. I think he jumped on this call. Gary just stretched his belief and his comfortability in doing events with all of his leaders out there, because yesterday they had about 3,000 people in a room. So now in Gary's mind, he's stretched what his mind perceived as possible. So now the next goal, the next big event, what would scare Gary or make him a little bit, you know, give him the butterflies, is 5,000 people. So for those of you guys on the call, one of the things you can do is just start getting in front of groups, right? You start off at a one-on-one, then you do a 2-on-1. Let that 2-on-1 turn into a 4-on-1. Now you're talking to 8 people. Then you're talking to 25. You don't just, some people are like, well, I want to tour with you. I want to go, I want to travel with you. I see this tour schedule. I want to travel with you. Like, great. Let's start building some groups. And those groups start with the one-on-ones. Okay, those groups, that one-on-one will lead you to your groups. But if you're not stretched to build a team of 25, you can't skip and just go get a team of 25. You have to stretch your way there. So what I mean by stretch, what you perceive as possible in your brain. Team of 1 to a team of 2. Now that I have a team of over 20,000 people, I'm done. I can do it again because I know I already did it. Does that make sense? But I've never built a team of 45,000, so I have to work that way. Okay, so a little bit about me. Garrett, you were amazing, bro. That's why I had to emphasize. But a little bit about me, 27 years old. I've been involved with the company since November 19th, 2015. Man, when I joined the company, it was $500. Chris gave us a coupon so I could sign up for $200 because I couldn't afford the 5. The sponsorship bonus was $100. The residual took 1 full month to kick in, and we had the harmonic scanner. Man, it was nothing like what we have, okay? We didn't have any type of mirror trading or any of that stuff. I mean, look, if you were going to do it, you're going to get in. And you know what? Chris was very involved in the live trading, which was amazing. And now we have like 10 live traders on IML TV in the next couple of weeks. Wait till you guys see what we do to IML TV. There are some things coming, okay? There are some things coming to IML TV that if that's not the #1 promoted product in our company, people just don't know what it is. Because I'm telling you right now, that is a powerful product. Shout out to all the educators who are amazing, okay? Literally crushing it. So we didn't have any of that. But I saw a vision with this company, okay? 2-3 years before this, I was delivering pizza and Chinese food, okay? 2-3 years before today, I was living back in my parents' house, $25,000 in credit card debt, selling products in a different network marketing company, and I was personally enrolling 5 to 10 people a month and making no residual income. I was enrolling literally in a year, 50 plus people was my average is still. Probably in IML, I got 100 personals because I know how to do the marketing, right? But nothing was sticking. Nothing was duplicating. And so now we came to IML. It's been, a dream come true. And let's be honest, we're working in the investment world, okay? We're working in the largest financial market in the world, and people have to learn the skill set, okay? People have to learn the skill set. My first year, I didn't know crap about Forex. I was just a student. Now I have the skill set and I can do my own thing. So I'm excited to be here. We want to talk a little bit tonight about mindset. So Garrett, what do you believe is the necessary mindset for somebody who just got started in the business? I'm talking about literally they got introduced to IML and they're on this call tonight. What is the mindset that they should take into trading in the first 90 days? And what's the mindset that they should take into the business for the first 90 days, going out and talking to new people. Let's do the new people first, and then we'll talk about the people who have been in for longer than 90 days. What's phase 2? So both of us are going to touch on the first 90.
Got you. So, I mean, as far as somebody getting started today, let's say you got started today. The first thing you have to do, and I always preach mindset is super key when it comes down to trading. It's the most important thing. It's more important than the graph itself, because a lot of people come in with the mindset that I'm scared of trading. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if this IML service is going to work. I don't know if this is the right decision that I made. And then they come in, they take their first couple of trades, and they make money. Now, here's what happens to their mindset. They went from being a scared newbie, made a couple of dollars, and now they are cocky in something that they are new to. They are now cocky, and now they're risking more. Now they don't care about risk management. Now they're up 20% on one trade because they over risk anyway, but they still don't take the profit. So I preach to a lot of people day by day that trading is 100% mindset, 90% mindset, because you have to know when to take out. You have to be able to take the losses and not get too excited to where, you make yourself lose your whole account. A lot of people blow accounts all because of their mindset. And we have the tools in place for you to help you with that. All you have to do is follow instructions. When I present this business to people, I ask them 2 questions, and I tell them this business. You need to be able to copy and paste, and you need to be able to follow instructions. And neither one of those have to do with going out and talking to people. So when people tell me, hey, I blew my account, it lets me know they didn't have the right mindset when they came into this business. Christopher Terry's vision isn't for you to join IML for $200, $195, $235, or $215, depending on which package you came in or how you came. His vision isn't for you to pay that, put $50 or $100 in your trading account, and go out and pay your rent. That is not our vision here. Our vision is to get you more than the bank accounts are going to pay you if you let that money sit. That is the whole vision. That's the whole vision of this company. When sometimes I wish Chris would go back to doing live sessions so people will understand what his real vision is. It's not a quick come up profit system. No, this is a plug and profit system that will teach you over time a skill set that you can pass down to anybody, generations, that will create you income daily from a new skill set that you knew nothing about, or maybe you did know something. And then the company says, well, if you like these skill sets, you like the skill set we're teaching you, we like the services that we're offering you, then you can turn around and have a free international business with it. So you have to have the right mindset to realize this is a win-win situation. If you're promoting this business to people, there's no reason anybody should tell you no. Nobody says no if you explain this the correct way, period. Nobody has the right to say no. It's a win-win situation. But it's up to you to have the mindset and the knowledge that you can educate somebody on why it is a win-win situation. See, the problem is a lot of people are just promoting and they're not educating. You have to educate that person on why you need to stop putting your money in the bank account, just having it sit and start doing what the banks are doing. So mindset is, 90%, a factor, Jason. I'll pass it back to you. But as far as a newbie trader, mindset is key, and you have to have the mindset that this is something long-term. Trading isn't going nowhere. We will die before trading goes anywhere. We're trading currency. We're not trading companies. We're trading currency. This is not going anywhere. And a lot of people treat it like if they don't make 100,000 today, they have no opportunity to do it tomorrow or months or years down the line. Don't treat it that way. You have to have a long-term mindset, and you'll be good. So back to you, Jason.
Yep. I agree. I mean, look, I'm just gonna jump right into my part. I believe, first off, I agree with everything that Garrett said, because I think that you need to come into this understanding that there is risk involved. I think some people get started thinking that just because we're a great company and everybody's fired up, we got a lot of good results, that they're going to win right away. And some people come in and they get the first swipe trade and it happens to be a loss. And all of a sudden in their mind, oh, what did I just do? Oh my, whoa, oh no, what did I just do? Okay, look, here's the thing. Nothing in life is going to be a straight and narrow, okay? Nothing in life, period, end of story. And the people with grit and the people with perseverance and the people with the right mindset can overcome anything, okay? The thing is, with trading, I've grown accounts and I've blown accounts. And some of the best traders that I know, the question is, how many accounts have you blown? 5, 6, 7, 8? Look, because human beings only learn by failing. They only learn by failing. And so you will do yourself a massive injustice, number one, if you come in thinking that it's going to be a straight and narrow and you're not going to lose some trades. I pray and I hope that you never blow your account. If you follow the rules of proper risk management and you're not scared to take losses, you will never blow an account. I promise you that. But it took me a long time to get to that point. Last week, I lost $2,000 trading on my own trades, $2,000. But I was able to gut taking my losses. I was able to gut taking my losses. In the beginning, I wasn't doing that, and I ended up blowing my account. And so these are some of the things that you're going to learn through the journey, through trial and error. But if you never try, you'll never know. Think about how many people could have been the best trader in this company, the best trader, period, end of story, but they quit after month one because they got a little bit scared. They gave up on their dream. I guarantee the person who had the potential to become the best trader of all time quit before their miracle. I guarantee it. I guarantee you that the number one trader in the world quit before they became the number one trader. So here's the thing that I understand about mindset. You can be great at anything. I don't care who you are, where you're from, man, woman, old, young, retired, 18, money, no money, born into money, not born into money. It doesn't matter. The thing that will make you a champion is refusing to give up when things get bad. That's what's going to make you a champion, okay? There was a year that Michael Jordan didn't make the basketball team. And his coach said, if you show up and you practice every single day, I will guarantee you a spot on the team next year. Not only did Michael show up and he did what the coach asked him to do, he became the best player on the team. Sometimes people were sitting around waiting for somebody else to tell them, you need to show up every single day. Why don't you tell yourself that? I don't. You have to be self-motivated in order to reach levels of maximum production. Okay, a lot of people wait around for their upline to say, hey, let's go, or their sponsor to say, hey, man, are you still trading? Are you getting on IML TV? Are you getting on the 7-figure mentorship call? Did you turn on your text alerts? Look, I'm going to be real. Nobody is coming to save you. We're doing our best in IML to empower people, to give you the best vehicle in the world. And trust me when I tell you, every single day we're working to make this the best possible thing. But the mindset has to be, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. Now, here's the other thing. Here's another really, 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 really important thing. You need to be consistent, but you also need to know when you're too deep. When you're too deep, when you feel the domino effect of life, the domino effect of losses, that emotion of, oh my God, I'm revenge trading already. I just got started. Learn to walk away. Somebody commented this in the comment box. And I appreciate you for saying that, because I know some traders who refuse to walk away and they went too deep. You need to understand that sometimes you need to turn off the computer and just go listen to some music, meditate, go for a swim, go for a run, go to the gym. So being consistent is something that I tell every single person who's new to trading. I say, look, you need to be consistent in order to have success. So now we talked a little bit about trading, Garrett. I want to talk about the business now. I want to talk about, for the builders out there, for the people that are really looking, to go out and have the type of success. Garrett, you have the largest organization in iMarketsLive. I believe now your group is close to 25,000, if not a little bit more, active members. And you've been instrumental in creating leaders and along your career. You have been instrumental in developing. It's one thing that we talked about that I really respect about you is you use the word developing. Garrett is somebody who takes someone who's not a pre-existing leader and turns them into one. So Garrett, talk a little bit about, how you maybe identify somebody who's a leader and maybe how you filter between, leader and customer. And then what are some of the simple things that you do to develop that person into someone who can lead?
Okay, perfect. So can you still hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, it's actually a little bit more clear that way. Yeah.
Okay, so perfect. As far as building leaders, you have to really just pour into them. You have to build real relationships. I know a lot of people, when you get started in this business, you're so excited to go get that new sign up or that new person inside the business. You forget that, you're building relationships. A lot of people, feel that I may be lucky, right? And, I hear people say, oh, he's lucky, he's, in a great position, right? But they don't understand, all the inboxes, all the calls, all the no's. I did a video where I actually talked about when you're building, a lot of people think when people say no, that means automatically that they're gone for life, like that person is gone. And that's where a lot of people get the business messed up. When people say no, or I'll think about it, they don't go nowhere but in a bubble right here that watches you. And when you're getting started in business, you have to realize you're building a new reputation in front of a lot of people who knew you for years. And so when you're building new leaders and you're even building yourself, so this is for a new person or maybe somebody who has a team and you're building new leadership, you have to get that person all the way plugged in, and you can tell who's really serious. Today I had 4 people. They drove about 3 hours to the city I'm in, and they wanted me to meet with them to explain the business. And there was one guy that stood out of all of them. And he was so serious and determined. And I said, hey, we could have just hopped on a webinar and I would have explained all I did was pull out the little flip book with the PDF on it. I don't know if you guys have it. You definitely should have it. I'm big on like old fashioned. I'm big on, internet marketing, but I like the old fashioned way flip book. Sometimes I don't want to have my laptop. So I pull out the flip book and I say, hey, this is the exact same information that I would have showed you on the webinar. And he says, but the thing is, when you're serious, you have to go the extra mile. And he was actually, and this is what he told me, and when somebody's serious like that, and I tell people all the time, I'm done looking at the person who needs opportunity or who says they need opportunity, but look past it when it comes. I'm done with the convincing a person. I'm looking for the guy or the woman who went to sleep last night on their back in their bed with their kids on their mind or their situation on their mind. I'm looking for that person who was laying down in bed last night, looking at the ceiling and said, I don't care what opportunity comes in my way tomorrow, I'm taking it. Those are the people that I look for in business. And another thing, back to what I first said, is you can't be chasing commissions or you will miss out on these type of people. And I had to learn that coming into business. I never really had an upline. I never had a sponsor. I was just some guy who was hungry, signed up with the wrong guy, and got my butt in and worked. And worked 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 and worked. I worked so hard, I took a year break one time because I couldn't get out of bed, because I literally sat there in front of my computer screen until I hit 6 figures, literally. So if you really want to grow this business and grow leadership, you have to pour all the way into them. When somebody comes in, the first thing I say is, hey, write a list. Let's get on every single call. Every single call you do, plug me in on the 3-way. Every webinar you do, plug me in on the webinar. People that's in my city, first thing we do is pull out their phone, write down a list, and we pull up on them. We don't call them. We say, what are you doing? Nothing, we're on the way. So you have to show people, when you bring somebody in, they're a baby. they're a baby. Like, you know, I did a call for Jewel in China the other day, and you know, it's just amazing because I remember when Jewel and China were just getting started. I remember when Jason was just getting started, you know, and you see people hit these ranks and go through the company. It's nothing that they did that you can't do. You just have to really want it and make that decision that you're going to build it. You're going to become a leader. And you have to make that decision before anybody else believes it. Still to this day, I built teams in tens of thousands in multiple companies, but I've never signed anybody up I personally know. The people you personally know is just practice. They're just practice. So you could go out in the real world with people all around the world, use the internet to your advantage, build real relationships in the streets, and build a real business. Your family is your family for a reason. They're not your business partners. They're just practice. Your friends, they're your friends. They're practice. But in order for you to really come in, hit a 6 figures or, you know, hit a high position in this company, on the business side, you have to make that decision that no matter how many people tell me no, no matter how many people say they're not interested, they're lying. When people tell me no, they're not interested, I say, in my head, you're lying. Now is just not the time for you. But the thing is, and back to what Jason said, a lot of people quit before it's their time. You know how many people are in my and Jason organization that have hundreds, if not thousands of people in the organization, and they're not even in the company no more? Because they quit before their time. You know, and you have to keep pushing. Only thing stopping you from becoming successful is 2 things. Only thing stopping you from becoming successful is if you die or quit. And this is my motto. If things are hard, somebody told me the other day, I applaud you for, you know, pushing and getting through the hard times. I told them, as long as I didn't die or quit, there's enough time in my life that I could fix any problem. But it comes back to you being in the mood to even fix that problem in the first place. A lot of people say they want to be successful, but you're not even in the mood to be successful. And you have to be in the mood if you really want this. You have to go out. It's nothing stopping you. You know everything you have to do to be Chairman 100. It's not a secret. You have to do everything that pops in your head that says this is a good idea. You should do this. That's exactly how you get to Chairman 100. But the problem is you're not in the mood to do it. Anytime I failed in business, I knew I wasn't in the mood to go out and do what the right things were. So that's why my business wasn't doing what it needed to do. And that's for every single one of you on this call. If you're in the mood, you put your all into the business, you do everything that's right. Back, like I said earlier, I used to listen to other leaders, but I didn't even tell you that I will write down every single word they would say in those videos and re-say them in my own words so it makes me look like the leader. That's because I was in the mood for success. I was in the mood to succeed. I said I was going to be a 6-figure earner in this industry, this profession, before I even knew there were 6-figure earners, before I even knew what residual was, before I even knew this was real. You have to make that decision. It all starts with you. You have everything you need to run through these ranks, be successful in this company. You have a solid foundation. You have great leadership, great products that will take you to the moon. It's all about, are you in the mood? So Jason, back to you, bro. That's, you know.
Look, let me, if you think that this is a powerful call so far, I need you to drop a 111. Type 111 in the chat box. Garrett, let's see what they think. Oh, look at this.
Woo, it's lit.
It's serious in here. It's serious in here. Guys, after this webinar, I want you to go break the internet and I want you to say, well, I just got off one of the most powerful mentorship calls powerful leadership calls that I've ever been on in my life. And watch the type of people that hit you up. They'll be like, wait, who's doing what? So I hope you guys get some prospects tonight. I want you to go post one of the most powerful mentorship calls that I've ever been on. Man, I love this company, period. That's it. See, one of the things that Garrett talked about is having an insane amount of vision. And I love the fact that he said, I don't lose. I don't lose unless I quit. Garrett, they're still going, bro. They're still going. Let's go. Look, this is what real leadership is, because here's the difference. Here's what I see truly from you guys can keep going. Hopefully the chat won't go out of business. Let's go the one thing that I've seen. I've been in the industry for about 4 years, and I went all in. I'm the crazy guy. I sat down with Justin Adams, my very, very, very first sponsor in the network marketing, the swipe trades master, okay? The very first sponsor that I had in network marketing. And Garrett talked about persistence and resilience, okay? And just because somebody says no doesn't mean you scratch them off the list. And I thank God every single day that Justin Adams got that message, because Justin, I was a nightclub promoter, okay? I was not doing network marketing. I was working in nightlife, okay? And Justin would always just show me that it was working. Justin would always just show me that what he was doing was working. He would give me the product. He was also my personal trainer at the gym, okay? So we became good friends, but he wasn't pushy. He wasn't aggressive. He wasn't upset or emotional when I told him, man, I can't make it to your meeting tonight. Or when I didn't show up, he didn't like act all upset or anything like that. He just consistently invited me. Like the next time he had a home event or something like that, he just came up to me the same way. Hey bro, so what are you doing tonight? And I was making a boatload of excuses. I gotta be honest. There was one night that I felt so bad because Justin invited me to his house. He's like, dude, I got a $25,000 a month earner coming over. You gotta slide through. And I said, man, I'm busy tonight. I can't make it. You know what I did? I sat on my bed and I watched Netflix, okay? So look, sometimes, okay, imagine Justin did not stay persistent and consistent. I would not be here, okay? Because nobody else in my life from the warm market has ever invited me to a network marketing meeting. I never would have saw it on Facebook, I don't believe. Or if I did, it might have been a different company that wouldn't have led me here. So the one thing that I can tell you guys tonight is never mark somebody off your list, okay? Never take that somebody off your list, because you might just have the next Garrett Roberts visionary, the next Jason Brown, the next Matthew Rosa, the next you. Okay, that's what you're always looking for, is the next you. You will attract the type of leader that you are. Justin Adams attracted me because, you know what? I needed somebody who was genuine. And when I finally saw the vision, I was the crazy guy that went all in. I'll never forget, one night I was at the gym and I snapped. I was just mad about work and all this drama, and I'm like, man, I'm tired of this. So I walked up to Justin. I said, man, what time are you done training? He's like, my last session's at 8. I'm like, good. It's like 7:15. I'm gonna go finish my workout. Let's go to Moe's, which is like Chipotle sort of deal. And I said, let's go to Moe's. After, let's talk business. He said, okay, cool. So we went and sat and talked business, and I said, explain to me, okay, I said, explain to me why I should do this business. If you can convince me, I'm all in. I said, I'll be the biggest builder you ever put. I was so crazy, right? Still am. And Justin said to me, look, we're the most socially connected generation of all time, and companies are willing to pay us for the advertising. Nobody listens to radio ads. Nobody watches commercials. Nobody looks at billboards. So companies are allocating those funds. I said, stop. You've said enough. That makes a lot of sense. I have thousands of people on Instagram, and I know how to get thousands more. I got thousands of people on Facebook. I know how to get thousands more. Here's my credit card. I'm going to finish eating. Sign me up for the biggest pack, and let's work. And the next day, I sat in front of the TV on his couch, and I didn't leave his apartment for like a month. I started making a list. I just did what I was told to do. And a lot of people won't do the things that they're told to do by somebody who's making 100K a month, 50K a month, 25K a month. Look, I don't think I'm special because I make a lot of money. But I could tell you what I've been through, and I could tell you what works and what doesn't work. So if you're on a 7-figure mentorship call and you want to learn how to make 7 figures, then get out the notebook and write. And that's what I always do. David Imonitie is somebody that I have a ridiculous boatload of respect for. Why? David's made way more money than I have in my lifetime. Alex Morton's made way more money than I have in my lifetime. Yvonne Tappia's made way more money than I have in my lifetime. But look, I'm a student. I'm always like writing down notes. When I'm with David, I'm like, boom. I call David sometimes. I'm like, hey, Dave, I need help real quick. Because at the end of the day, you need to take advice to learn from the failures of other people so you bypass that. See, as the world keeps going, things are going to get easier and easier and easier because we're going to continue to learn from the mistakes of the past. So, you know what? If you lost some money on a trade, learn from it. Don't cry. Don't get upset. Don't quit because you lost money trading. Because I'm going to be honest with you, most of the time, you put $100 into your account, $300 into your account, $500 into your account to get lucky. I want you tonight to abandon the luck mindset. Abandon the luck mindset in your trading. Abandon the luck mindset in your business and adopt a champion's mindset. Because you know what happens? A baseball season is 162 games long. Guess what? If you lose a little bit less than half, you make it to the playoffs. And then all you got to do is win and you have a trophy and you go down as one of the greats if you do that 2 or 3 times in your career. Understand that you don't need to be perfect. I've seen Chris Derrick have bad trading days. I've seen Andre Boyd have bad trading weeks and months. Okay, I've seen a lot of the best traders in this company, including Chris, lose trades. But the number one thing that separates them is that no matter what happens, they're willing to push forward because they know that a temporary loss does not affect a permanent mindset. Okay, you need to understand that once you decide to win, that's the only thing that is on your mind. I live in Miami, Florida. I can count how many times I've had a drop of alcohol on one hand since I lived here in 2 years. And you want to know what happened? I moved here so I could take 3-way calls outside, so I could sit by this beautiful pool on the phone taking 3-way calls. Look, this is my life. Let me show you guys. That's my office. That's my office. This is my office. This is what it's all about. It's not about going out and making 6 figures and partying and popping bottles and getting crazy. It's about having a life that you no longer need to escape from. Okay, but it's all about just having that mindset of doing it. Okay, and here's the thing. You will develop, see, this is the thing. But a lot of people are like, man, I have no leaders. Nobody's duplicating. They're not working that hard. I'm going to be real with you right now, if that's okay. And I'm going to tell you, you will develop leaders when you become a leader yourself. And you will develop the highest level of leaders, and you will attract the highest caliber of people when you are the highest level leader and you're at the highest caliber. Until that point, you will always attract what you are. And I promise you guys, I was just talking to Hua on the way to we ran to the store real quick. And I just told him, I said, look, in the beginning of my career, I was surrounded by people who were not serious because when I didn't have something to do, I was playing video games. I was out, watching baseball. I was out watching ESPN. I was out, doing a bunch of other stuff. And here's the thing. Once I got serious and I stopped wasting my time instead of, watching a 17-hour marathon of, Entourage or whatever it was, I just started talking to more people because I wanted to make it work. And once my branding and my consistency kicked in, Garrett said, people will take you serious eventually. Okay, but you need to practice on the people around you. If you don't have the flip book, go get one. If not, get your laptop and walk people through the back office. Guys, showing people IML is so easy. Showing people IML is so easy. Grab your laptop, open up your back office and say, this is the IML Academy. Here's this, here's this, here's this. Here's IML TV. I log into IML TV and I show them what's available. I show them the TV guide. Here's the harmonic scanner. I log into the harmonic scanner. Here's the fusion trader. I go to the website, show them the traders. Here's FX Signal Live. Guys, I don't pour magic potion on their head and make them feel all bubbly and warm, or have them come over, cook them, barbecue chicken or lobster tail. This is not anything different, except number one, I know where I'm going and they can feel that. They can feel that. Garrett knows where he's going and they can feel that. That's called posture. Tonight, whether you've made $1 million or $0, I want you to adopt a posture of confidence, because when you know where you're going, people have no choice but to follow. Being a leader is a mindset, nothing less. I don't care if you were born into nothing or if you were born into something, but if somebody has fed you this ridiculous thought that only millionaires are born into millions, and I'm living proof. Matthew Rosa's living proof. He grew up in a trailer park like 30 minutes from here, and this year he will become a documented 7-figure earner. Okay, 7-figure earner. This is not like you need to be born into millions to die with them. No, you can be born into any situation, but how you end the legacy is all based on the people you surround yourself with, the information that you take serious, and the action level that you take on a day-to-day basis. And you guys, I believe you're here on a Sunday night to win, which is why now I'm super fired up. I'm gonna pass it back to you, Garrett. We're coming up on an hour. I don't think these people want us to go. It doesn't matter. If you guys are fired up, throw 777 in the chat box as Mr. Garrett Roberts gets back up here and talks about whatever he wants. I'm going to take a second to breathe. Woo!
No, I mean, just you know, piggybacking off of what you were saying is absolutely correct. And it all starts with you going through the services, you going through IML TV, you getting on IML TV, you going through IML Academy. That's leading your business. That's where you start on the business side. We are a show first company. We're a plug and profit company. That means people plug in and they profit, no matter what they know about the markets, trading, no matter if they traded before or not. So if you're having trouble building your business, 9 times out of 10, that's because you're not using any other services. And it makes no sense at all for you not to be using any other service. Like I said earlier, nobody should tell you no when you present this business to them, because first you should educate them. And when you educate somebody first, they feel like it's a priority to give back to you because you educated them on something. People will literally say, you know what, bro? This is how they do me. They say, here's my debit card. Can you please put the information in for me? Because you educated them and made it make sense. A lot of people don't get started just because it don't make sense. And if you don't have the right education on the services that you pay for yourself, and you're saying this is your business and you're a serious business owner, but you don't even know about the services, you can't break that. When I first met Jason, he was a presenter on a webinar. And sometimes I'll just, flow through chats and I'll get on a webinar. And Jason, this was the first time I met him. He was presenting the business. And I think he was like a Platinum 5000 or something like that. And he was presenting the business. And as I was listening to Jason present the business, I seriously sat there for the whole webinar. And it was an opportunity webinar where he's explaining IML. And I said, I don't know who this guy is, but he should be my upline, because he's so educated that I believe nobody ever tells him no. And I said right there the first day I met him that this guy will be at the top of this company. And I didn't even know him. I didn't even know what he was about, how big of a business he builds, or if he had experience or not. But it was the way that he presented the business made me want to sign up. And that's how you have to be. You have to study. When I seen David Emanite explain the business on the presentation, I said, wow, did he start this company? Because we've ran through almost every rank in the company, and he seems to know the compensation plan better than anybody I know in the company. And that's how you have to be if you really take this business serious. You have to know everything. So if you get hit with a rebuttal or somebody doesn't know something, you can educate them, because people will not turn you down if you educate them. So Jason, I just wanted to put that in off a little piggyback off of what you were saying. I'm gonna pass it back to you.
Man, I don't know, Garrett. Some of these people like one more hour. I don't know how you're feeling, but
hey, we could do this all day, man.
Yeah, we could do this all day. I agree, man. We're having so much fun right now. So listen, what I want to do right now is I want to break the internet. I want you guys to real quick. I told you no distractions, but I want you to really quick just grab your phone, go to Facebook, because I want to help you guys. I want to show you how simple it actually is to build curiosity. Okay, one of the things is that you want to get into the mindset of attracting people into your business. The moment, and Garrett, you will 100% agree, the moment that you stop hunting and you stop chasing and you start attracting people, you will attract some of the most amazing things into your business. And just in the last few months, I've attracted some of the most amazing people that I used to look up to. Okay, I attracted Alex Morton to look at iMarketsLive. Alex was my first real mentor in this industry. I'm telling you, the law of attraction and the power of consistency is so powerful. So I want you guys to go out and write, okay, on one of the most powerful, whatever you think about this mentorship call. Look, on an extremely powerful, the most powerful, one of the most powerful mentorship calls that I've ever been on. I love this company. Nothing else, okay? Nothing else. And I want you to maybe put some emojis, make it look good. Don't use too many emojis, like 1 or 2, but make that post stand out. And I want to see the type of engagement that you get. And I want you guys to understand that you don't need to go chase people. People who are looking for a success bubble, they will come and find you because of that post. If nobody responds, then look, then your circle is not looking for that bubble of success, which means that that's a true identifier that you're in a place of necessary growth. Okay, my bubble, my first bubble, and there's a reason why I'm doing this, because some of you guys have that success bubble already, and that's great, and you will attract those types of people. Okay, but some of you do not have that success bubble yet. And I'll tell you guys what I wrote. I'll write it in the chat box in a minute, but I want to finish this thought. If you do not have that success bubble, that is a key indicator that you're in a place where you need to grow your center of influence. Okay, because social media could be one of 2 things. It could be all shared videos, jokes, world star hip hop, or it could be a bubble of constant information. If your social media is built the right way, you don't need that much personal development, because people will flounder you with great Facebook lives, great inspirational quotes, great memes, great pictures, great stories. Some of the most powerful things that I've learned, and some of the most powerful people that I've met are through and on social media. Why not become an influencer? And the people who say, man, all you do is post positive stuff. You know what? How many people used to tell me that? Oh, bro, when I used to go back to my hometown, we'd be playing basketball or something, and my boy come up like, yo, man, you're posting a lot of positive stuff, bro. I hope you're making a lot of money. And look, I'm like, man, I took that as somewhat condescending, but it's all good. I didn't say anything. I just said, yeah, everything's good. Appreciate you, bro. Because look, doesn't matter. Does it matter now? No. Like Drake said, I should make everybody in my high school reunion go through security clearance. So you know what? It's all good. That's the mindset of success, but don't worry about that, right? Don't worry about the rejection or what people think of you, because I'm going to be real. If they're not paying your bills, it really doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter if they think you're a Forex trader that's, in front of his computer, her computer all the time. That really doesn't matter. You will attract, look, I've attracted 4 people in the last 5 minutes, and I only have 230 Facebook friends. So I'm going to type this post out for you guys real quick. But what you want to do is build that success bubble. I'm going to talk a little bit about social media in a second. And Garrett, we can talk about social media. But let me type this real quick. Turn the camera off so you guys don't see me all awkward and stuff. But let me type this real fast. Okay, so I would say something like this. And you can make it your own, so, we're not like just copy and pasting the same thing. But I would say, wow, something like this. I am on one of the most powerful mentorship calls I have ever been on. I love this company. Okay, so something like that with some emojis. I just typed it in the chat box out of respect for everybody else. Let's keep the chat box chilling for a second. But these are the types of things that you guys can post on social media. Now, what I want you to do if you're going to build this business is understand that, yes, the people around you, your warm market, the people that you work with, your family, it could be a double-edged sword. Not all the time, but it could be. And I've seen it work both ways. I've seen some people come on and they get their warm market fired up. They got their people from church. They got their people from work. They got the people from their family, and it's all fired up. And I've seen other people say, look, I talk to everybody. I talk to people from church. I talk to people from work. I talk to people in my family, and everybody says, not good. So what's the difference? That's what I always ask myself in the beginning. I said, man, I love studying people. I love studying the good, and I love studying the bad, or the success and the failure, because there's really no good or bad or whatever. But you know what I'm saying. I love studying why people win and why people don't win. I think that's one of the most interesting studies in the world. And if you guys are looking for a book nugget, Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, I'll write that in the chat box as well. But Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell actually studies this. And I always think about why. And I'm going to tell you guys, right now, my warm market is finally starting to hit me up. My friends from home have accepted when they were my biggest struggle in the beginning. My family, my brother is calling me like 6, 7, 8 times. He was making fun of me for like 2 years. Oh, here's your pyramid scheme, bro. Just being a brother. But look, now he called me 3 times in the past 2 days. He watched the videos. He's fired up. He's joining IML. And so it's a temporary loss of self-esteem. It's a temporary law. It's a temporary acceptance of rejection, but not permanent. It'll never be permanent, because when you guys get to the point where your success is no longer deniable, When people know that you're going forward with or without them, that's when they will become successful. One of my fraternity brothers just joined, and one of my best friends from college, he asked Dan, okay, he said, Dan, is Jason just going to try to sign me up and get me to pay for something? And Dan goes, listen, brother, I'm going to be honest with you. He doesn't need you. He doesn't need you. That's why he's not calling you. He's like, he loves you, but he doesn't need you. And Jay goes, okay, well, how much do I need to put in an account? And that's a psychological indicator that people just don't want to be recruited. Nobody wants to be got, right? Nobody wants to be got, but people want to be helped. And if somebody tells you, I don't need any help, that's a lie. They're out there. Everybody needs help. We live in the United States of America, or in Mexico, or in South America, or in Europe. And guess what? We just live on this planet called Earth, and really nobody's winning besides 3% of the people, which means 97% of the people need help and they're looking for it. So don't ever think that what you're doing is not the right vehicle. If you feel it in your heart, you got to go out and do what you got to do. So on social media, all you need to do is, number one, filter out the negativity. I tell people all the time, you can't attract positivity until you remove all the negative. So anybody who's, commenting on your post, any negative stuff on my post, I don't even care if you're in IML, you get blocked and deleted right away. I guard my post like a pit bull guards a steak. Okay, I guard my social media because this is a big influence. Okay, I guard my social media like a pit bull guards the state. Don't argue with negative people, because then you're allowing that negative energy to infiltrate you. Okay, don't argue with people. This looks like you're just a Ponzi schemer, blah, blah, blah. Who cares, guys? Block them and move forward. I'm telling you right now, life is way too short for the nonsense. I tell people all the time in my team, they come to me, they're like, dude, this guy's talking. I say, who cares? I don't care. Block them and move on. Okay. The other thing you can do is add 5 to 10 new people a day on social media and contact people through their birthdays. Okay. Some of the best leaders that I've enrolled, all I did was just go to my birthdays every single day. Oh, look, it's Garrett's birthday. Hey, shoot him a quick voice message. I shoot him a message first. Hey, bro, happy birthday. And I said, look, I sent him a voice message. I say, look, I'm sure everybody's messaging you. Everybody's commenting on your wall. I just want to shoot you a quick message. I want to say happy birthday. Hope all is well, bro. Stay in touch. Done. 10 seconds, man. You guys will have 10 to 15 people who have a birthday. It'll take you a minute and a half. And I guarantee you, if you use the birthdays to go out and contact people, you will be on fire. You will have more people wondering what you're doing, because here's what happens. After you do something for somebody, no matter how big or small it is, you become relevant. They're going to start liking your posts when they see you come, because now you're a friend. You're friendly. The more engagement you get, the higher your posts go. The higher your posts go, the more comments you get. The more comments you get, the higher your posts stay up top. And the more people are seeing you, the more people see you consistently, the more they're going to inbox you for opportunity. It's a slight trickle effect. All you need to do is just share and care, and that's all. So Garrett, maybe share a couple tips of advice on social media and how to build on social media, how to attract people on social media.
Right. So, social media is pretty much the people who you personally know. So when starting off a business, I feel like a beginner has the best position to have success in business, because you can actually launch it the correct way. But a lot of times people launch it the wrong way. And, a lot of us entrepreneurs or networkers that have been in business, a lot of us launched it the wrong way. A lot of people come into business, they're super excited, and they just go and spam the information on your wall. And that's not something you want to do. You really want to build connections. As I mentioned earlier, I used to reach out to different leaders just so they can start to realize what my name was. Just to, remember what my name was in a comment or a message that they received. And I will build these relationships like that. Sometimes I won't even ask them to sign up or show them a business. Still to this day, I fall in so many inboxes per day where I don't even mention the business. And you have to understand people to understand this philosophy as far as how you promote your business. If you just throw it right down somebody's inbox and you're all up in their face, you're promoting they're going to feel violated. And if you're all on your timeline, if you go from never speaking about business to just flooding your timeline about business every day, people are going to think you got hacked. So one thing I tell people to do is always talk about like your goals. on your Facebook, your vision of where you're going. Always talk about being excited of what you became a part of, because, you know, a lot of people, you know, they join IML and okay, the Forex is important. The compensation plan is great, but you forget the biggest thing, the number one selling point is the culture. Is the culture that you plug. You take somebody from their regular life, the people that they hang around every day, you plug them into a full culture of entrepreneurs, 6-figure earners, 7-figure earners, traders, people who've been in real estate, you know, and you put them in this environment. That's the biggest selling tool, is because everybody wants to be led. This is a country of people that want to be led. And now entrepreneurship is the cool thing to do. So a lot of people are trying to get in entrepreneurship. They just don't know who to let lead them. So when you're getting started in social media, you put yourself out there as this leader. And like I said, that's what I did in the beginning. When I was just a regular guy who made a decision to go into business, I didn't really know anything. I wasn't educated. I wasn't, you know, I didn't have the mindset that I needed. So I copied the people who did. And not only did it educate me and put me in that mindset, but it painted a picture to my peers and my following that I was a leader. And back to what Jason said, your people that you personally know, they're going to go from, no, bro, it doesn't work, it's a scam, to make money first, then I'll get started. Then they'll go to, well, it works for you, that's not my thing. And you have to realize everybody's not qualified to be in your business. One of my mentors from years ago, he used to always say, disqualify, disqualify. He'll disqualify you quick. You know, if you if you even say the word pyramid scheme, you were disqualified. You couldn't join. He would not send you a link. And that kind of like molded me into realizing not everybody was meant to be in my business. Not everybody, because you have to understand, you're giving them more than they're giving you. You literally have to walk them through how to be successful and point them in the right direction. You're giving them your time, your effort, and all the knowledge that you built up over the years from trials and tribulations. And all they have to do is give you effort and attention. So you have to be able to tell somebody, look, I don't need you. As bad as it sounds, sometimes people in business, you have to boss up and let people know, I'm in control of this conversation. Any three-way you're on, you're in control of the conversation, unless you're scared or not educated. So when you're on social media, you have to be in control on social media. You have to let people know, I'm going to live this life. I'm going to build this business. I'm going to love it. I'm going to talk about my future. I'm going to talk about my teammates. I'm going to talk about other people's success with or without you. And that will make people want, like Jason just said, his boy, his friend, close friend said, hey, is Jason going to promote me something? And the other guy said, Jason don't need you. And he said, I'm in. See, it's crazy the way this industry profession works and the way people mind works. People join people that don't need them. And it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. People will never join your business if you look like you need it. I remember my first time getting started, sending out texts, hey, bro, we're going to make so much money. We're going to do this. Just look at it. It's a great opportunity. I was sending out chain messages to 20 people tagged in the message. None of them responding. Half of the people I knew blocked me on Facebook. And it's because them for commissions. And this is why I say stop chasing commissions, because people can sense when you need that commission. They know when you want that commission. It's in your whole tone, the way you promote the business. But if you don't care, if you tell them, look, one of my favorite mentors in this industry, one of their favorite sayings are you in or out? It's no more questions. You get to do this, you get to get your own business, you get to do this, you in or out. No questions. You're not even allowed to ask questions. You have to be in control. It might sound crazy, it might sound crazy, but it works because this is all a mindset thing. Like, somebody has to feel that they are missing out. When you tell them you're about to do something, they have to believe you to get started. Another one of my mentors says, everybody has that friend who did it or who does one of those things. But let's just be real. Are they really doing it? See, a friend like Jason who's doing it, they're not saying no to. But you got a friend like a guy who paid $195 and didn't set up his services, didn't hop on any calls, didn't share the business. Are they really doing it? They're not. And that's why they're not getting the results. So as far as social media, be out there, really do it. Really promote the business, believe in it. Stop caring what people think. I've been there. I've cared what people think. Oh, should I post this? Should I post that? Even, even down the line, as I've been in this profession for some years, sometimes I still think about, oh, I shouldn't post this, or maybe this is. You have to get rid of that if you want success. I see a lot of people join this business and be secret IML agents. Who's going to join you? You're a secret agent. Nobody even knows you're in the company. So you have to be out there and be comfortable and believe in really what you have and let them know, look, I'm in control. I already have my future planned out. I know what I'm going to do in the next 60, 90, 180 days. Because if you have the plan in place, nobody wants to get left behind. And it all goes back to, are you really doing it or not? And you put it out there like, look, I'm really doing this. I'm going to blow this thing up with or without you. People will fall in your inbox. And it's all back to building consistency, building momentum. Consistency plus momentum equals success. Nothing else. Nothing else. So you just have to stay consistent, go through all the people saying no, go through all the, when I was on Facebook and I started, I didn't get no likes, no type of support on Facebook. It takes time like anything. And, a lot of people are looking for those microwave results and they quit before their time, but you can't be that way on social media or offline. It takes time and you have to keep building your momentum, stay consistent, and the success will come. So that's pretty much it on as far as social media. It's just branding yourself as a business person and branding yourself as somebody that somebody will want to work with. Give out free value. Giving out free value makes people feel obligated to work with you. That's something big that took me to another level, is giving out free value. And people will message you and say, hey, bro, I've been following you for a while. I've never reached out to you, but some of your videos you've made really changed my life. I implemented them in my business. And since you helped me, and since you're not one of those guys who keeps all the information to yourself, I want to do business with you. And it's kind of like that. So when you give out free value, like I said, people feel obligated to do business with you. So social media, to stay consistent, build a brand, build your following, put yourself out there as somebody you will want to join, and everything will go as planned. So Jason, back to you.
Awesome. So here's the one thing that Garrett said that I really connect with. Okay. He said in the beginning of my social media, I didn't get any engagement. Guys, I saw a post that I made. Okay. I'm going to talk a little bit about that journey, but I saw a post that I made like 4 or 5 years ago and I got like 4 likes. Okay. I saw a post. I saw Alex's dad shared a post from Alex in like 2010. And Alex got like 4 likes. Okay. So look, like now Alex posts and he gets like 600 likes. He gets a ton of engagement. He has people inboxing him every single day. Austin Godsey has people inboxing him. Get me the link every single day. I have at least 4 to 5 people a month. 4 to 5 people a month contact me. What's the link? I want to join IML. I'm like, how do you know? I didn't even talk to you. Nah, don't worry. I researched you. I did all the research. Just drop me the link. I'm ready to go. I swear, 4 to 5 times a month. But this is not going to – look, everybody's probably smiling. You're happy out there. Good. Those are my leads, not yours. I need to teach you how to get them, your own. And this is how you do it. You got to be consistent. I see in the time hop, right? The time hop, it shows all your old posts, right? And I saw in 2013 – I was posting the same type of stuff. 2014, same type of stuff. 2015, same type of stuff. Motivation, how I feel, speaking from the heart, all positive, all optimistic. You won't see anything negative from me ever. Very rare, very rare. And sometimes it's more just me being an alpha my Leo side coming out, and I just want to, just prove a point or something like that. But it's never like, man, my life is terrible, right? So at the end of the day, you have to be patient. Now, I did an in-depth social media training, a Facebook training, 2 hours long. It's on my YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube, you can search channel Jason Brown, and you guys will see a figure skater, and you'll see myself. There's some good stuff on there. There's some 10 tips to prospecting, and there's a Facebook marketing training if you guys are looking for more in-depth, laser-focused stuff and exactly how to do it and whatnot. There's very good content on there. So if you're looking for more, you're hungry for more, that's where you can locate that. But the one thing that I want to ask is that you guys remain consistent. That's what I want to ask. I want to ask that tonight you make that dedication. I want to ask that tonight you really say, I'm all in. I'm giving it everything. 2, 3, 4, 5 years, whatever it takes. Because a lot of 7-figure earners have told me year 3 is where you get the momentum. If you're all in, post it in the chat box. If you're all in, post it in the chat box. No matter what happens, no matter what adversity, if you're all in, post it in the chat box, okay? Now, multiple 7-figure earners, David Monetier, Alex, just so many great people. Brian Carruthers, one of my mentors. Jim Rohn, they talk about 3 to 5 years. Year 3 is when you get serious momentum, because in year 3, people can no longer deny if you're committed. And when you're committed, to say people business, when you are committed, people will follow you. People will follow you. I think the person with the best principles, the best beliefs, the most integrity could try to run for the president of the United States, but if there was their first year in politics, they would not win the election, because people trust tenure. They trust results. So don't think that just because you're not the best, just because you just got started, just because you're getting 4 or 5 likes, just because you haven't hit Platinum 600 yet, just because you haven't hit Platinum 1000 yet, you're not there. Just because your credit card is kind of maxed out and you could barely afford to get to Houston doesn't mean you shouldn't buy your tickets. I was driving to events 8, 9, 10 hours. I met somebody at our Orlando event who slept in a fast food restaurant to ensure that they could get to that convention. Whatever you do, you have to do it all in. And when you do it all in, you're going to get all in results. Okay, you're going to get all in results. Okay, so guys, stay humble, stay hungry, feed your brain success. People say wake up, eat a bowl of cereals, eat a bowl of cereal. I say wake up and do something positive before you leave room for anything negative. Okay, before you open up your phone, before you check Facebook, before you check your Instagram, just go YouTube and type in Tony Robbins. Type in Jim Rohn. Okay, 2 people that I listen to. Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins. I don't really listen to anybody else, I'm going to be honest, because those are 2 people that I connect with the most, and I just think they make the most sense. I like Bob Proctor. I like all these guys. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you're too much law of attraction and not enough action, you're going to be stuck for a while. I'm going to be real. I could be real tonight, I guess, because you guys have been here for a while. Eric Thomas is great. I've seen him live, but he's very once you listen to 1 or 2 Eric Thomas, you listen to all Eric Thomas. I love him to death, but I'm going to be real. Once you listen to 1 or 2, you listen to pretty much everything. Jim Rohn, extremely creative, extremely diverse. Tony Robbins, extremely creative, extremely genuine, extremely diverse. Jim Rohn, we're talking about Jim, the legend himself, probably the biggest influencer ever. He is the biggest influencer ever in network marketing history. And Tony Robbins is just the best. Yeah, I love Les Brown as well. There's nothing wrong with, Gary V, but Gary V is different minded, right? So you got to do that. Gary V, let me see. Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Jim Rohn. Yeah, Brian Tracy. Let me see. There's a lot of good ones. There's actually a ton of good ones, but I'm literally like Jim Rohn fanatic, Tony Robbins fanatic. I mean, look, there's a ton of good coaches out there. I also like myself some Malcolm Gladwell as far as books. Let's go take a look. Let's go take a look at the John C. Maxwell is a beast actually too. I just get so fired up. So let's take a look at the Bible. Yes, amen, the Bible. I got the Bible right here. You better believe that. Every day, every way. Got the Bible up top. and all the books and basketball. That's church for me. So, hey, nobody wants to see me on the court out there in Houston. So, look, guys, I appreciate you for being here. We've been on here for now about an hour and a half. Thank you. I'm going to get this recording up on YouTube as soon as possible. I will post it in the IML Telegram. The link is www.telegram.me/IML official. Yes, if you're not following Eric Worre on Facebook, he posts content every single day. Eric Worre. Okay, telegram.me/IML official. You will get all the updates there. Guys, plug into IML TV. Study the skill set. This company is not slowing down. I spoke to Chris Terry today. He's like, let's put the pedal on the metal. Let's really, really, really take it up a notch. So, guys, we're getting ready for some big things. Go book your ticket to Houston, imlredcarpet.com. Be in Houston, please. I'm not telling you because I got a referral link or making any money off the event. I'm telling you for you. I'm going to be there, front and center, ready to learn. I'm going to get my whole squad there because that event is serious. That event is serious. Anytime that you have a chance to be in a room with people that have made literally 100 million altogether, like the speakers, I mean, that's $59 in a flight. I'm there, okay? Work together with other people, group up, get a hotel, do whatever you got to do, but be in Houston. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Appreciate you. Garrett, much love, my brother. This was powerful, bro. I knew the collab was going to be serious, bro. I knew the collab was going to be serious.
This was awesome, man. I appreciate you having me on. Thanks to you, Alex, Chris, all the leadership. Thanks for everybody for getting on. I definitely appreciate it, Jason.
Amen, man. Hey, look, we got to come see you guys in a couple weeks. Look, next week, Sunday mentorship call. We're here every Sunday, 10 p.m. But look, have a great week in the markets. Remember that success takes patience. Much love. We love you guys. Look out for the recording and post that thing. I already see some of you guys posting this on social media, and I see the likes. I see the engagement. Go out and crush it. I hope you took notes. See you guys soon.